Well, good morning from Phuket, and as you can see, it is another lovely day here. It's Sunday, which means I'm out on my bike. I'm riding today with my friend Pete. There's just the two of us, and we are going to a place where, well, you will see actually the restaurants, they call them the floating restaurants, and it is in the Bay of Phang Nga. So I've not been myself, but Pete's been there about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he said it's really nice. So we're going to have a ride over to there in the Bay of Phang Nga, which was made famous by the James Bond film The Man with the Golden Gun, so you should know where I mean. Beautiful place. We're just leaving Phuket now. We've got a late start this morning because yesterday Pete wasn't riding and now today he is. So originally I wasn't going to roll with it. Okay, let's just get through there. Wasn't planned today, so we're a little bit late leaving. It's now 11:30, so we're later than what we normally are. Just about 123 kilometers from Phuket, so not too far. Just over about an hour and a half, I would say, depending on how fast we go. We're just coming to the Saracen Bridge now, crossing over, leaving Phuket, going on to the mainland of Thailand. Really nice area here, beautiful. Well, I must apologise, I know it's been a while since I've done a video, and I've actually been out a couple of times on my bike and done a couple of videos, but each time I come out there seems to be some sort of problem that stops me from producing the video. Last time we went to some hot springs not far off the island, beautiful place. Got all the video footage, the sound came out well because I've got a new lead for my cameras now. So I can record straight to my main camera with no separate recorder. I put it on my spare hard drive so I could store the footage ready for me to edit it, and then while I was cleaning the bedroom I knocked the hard drive off the shelf by accident, landed on the tile floor, and now I can't get the hard drive to work. So yeah, got footage on there that I can't retrieve, unfortunately. So I've got to try and have that looked at and get that repaired, but that stopped me making that video. So yeah, it's been a little while since I've done any actual videos. Not that I haven't been out, I have. A couple of things, I went out a time before that and the sound didn't come out on the video. So yeah, hopefully today is going to be all okay, everything's going to work, cameras are going to be fine. We will see when I get back. I want to do a little bit of a review when I can on my bike. I'm doing some changes on it at the moment. I've taken the SP Engineering exhaust off, not because I don't like it or anything like that. I just fancied a change. Put the standard exhaust back onto the bike, as you will see shortly. I actually quite like the look of the standard Z1000 exhaust. I think it looks really nice, but it's so quiet you just can't hear the bike when it's running. The bike that you can hear is actually Pete's in front of mine, not mine. So you can't hear it now with this exhaust. I was contemplating opening the exhaust up and taking some of the padding out of the exhaust to make it a little bit louder, but I don't know whether I'm going to bother. I've actually now decided that I may have an adapter made up, so rather than having the twin outlet on the bike, I'm going to switch it over to a single outlet, just for a change really. Just put one of the cans from SP on the bike rather than having the twin. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of twin outlet exhausts. I'm not over keen on the way they look, so I may do. I'm looking at having that done next week. I'm going to go down and talk to exhaust company and see if they can make the joining piece up for me. So hopefully by the end of next week I might have the other exhaust system, part of it back on, just a single outlet for the time being. honest, I haven't noticed any performance difference. There's no loss in power on the bike. It just feels just as quick, to be honest. If it is, it's very marginal. Well, we're not far now from Phang Nga. It's starting to come into it. As you can see, the little limestone peaks in the distance. We've been having some beautiful weather over here this year in Thailand. They actually give a weather warning out on the TV last week, warning that some parts of Thailand was going to be 42, 43 degrees. In Phuket, they're warning that it's going to be getting up to 39 degrees. Last week we were hitting temperatures of about 35, 36. And today saying it's about 33. It's very warm, I have to say, on the bike. Especially as we left quite late this morning, I did notice the difference in the heat. So you do tend to sweat a lot out here with the jackets on and everything. So we're going to be stopping at the Shell station in Phang Nga just to get a bottle of water, have a 5 or 10 minute breather. And when we do that, I'm going to take a walk around the bike and just show you the original standard exhaust system that's back on. Well, it's only the end cans that I've put back on actually, just for the time being. I just fancied a change. As I say, I like the look of the original ones. I think Kawasaki actually got the end cans quite nice. It's just a shame they're so quiet, that's all. But I do have some plans to change the exhaust system later this week, as I've said. Swap it over to just a single exit for the time being. It gives me a few options then. I wish now when I ordered the exhaust system I'd ordered the oval end cans rather than the round. At the time I didn't really think about it. I prefer the oval on this style of bike rather than the round ones. I think the oval ones suit it better. I've seen some of the Z1000s with the ovals on and they look nicer. The round ones are okay if you've got very short stubby ones. Mine are stubby but they're not as short as I think that you need them to make them look quite nice on the bike. I'm not saying they don't look nice, I think they look okay, but as I say, I'm not over impressed with the twin outlet, the way it looks. It's just okay, I guess. So I'm going to change it to a single outlet system and then see how it looks. Really much sound off this at all with the standard system on it, nowhere near the same as what I had before. I must admit the SP engineering exhaust sounds beautiful. The sound off it's lovely. I just should have ordered the oval ones, but never mind. I may change it at some stage. I have got a few plans for the bike in the future. I'm thinking about changing the colour at the moment to something totally different. Not sure yet, but regards performance, I don't really think I need to change anything now on the bike. It's more than quick enough for me anyway, especially over here. So I'm more than happy with the performance of the bike. Woolwich Racing, the reflash stuff, I can't say enough good things about it, to be honest. If you're looking at reflashing, then I think that's the way to go, to be honest. I've had no problems at all with the running of the bike since I've reflashed it. It's been done nearly 2 years now, I have to say, and it's worked faultless, and it's definitely upped the performance on it, there's no question about that. So I'm more than happy with that. Right, we're just in Phang Nga now. We're going to make our way to the Shell. Just down this road, if you carry straight down, you're going to Phang Nga itself. It's only about 5 or 6 kilometers down the road. It's not too far. But we're just turning off now, heading towards Krabi. We're going to stop at the Shell, get a bottle of water, as I say. I think I'm okay for fuel at the moment. I will say the standard exhaust system, well, the standard cans, I have noticed that it just seems a little bit better on fuel than with the SP engineering cans on it. It's not a lot, there's not a massive difference. It's not like it's 30-40 kilometers, but but it's not. It's just a small difference, but I have noticed it is a little bit better on fuel. So yeah, when we get here I'm going to have a quick walk around the bike so you can see some of the changes that I've made on it. Again, I've still got the standard mirrors on it. I quite like these mirrors, to be honest, because I can actually see out them. I have now refurbished my other ones and they look brand new again, and I'm sort of umming and ahhing whether to put them back on, but I prefer the factory ones as regards being able to see stuff. They are quite big so you can see what's around you. This one on the left hand side, though, the glass does keep moving with the vibrations outwards, because I quite like these because you can actually see. Whereas the smaller ones obviously limit your view, and out here, to be honest, getting stuck behind a load of traffic here, I'm weave in and out. You do really need to pay attention to what's around you, because over here the driving style is very different. People tend to pass on the inside, on the outside, anywhere they can really. So it's a good idea to know what's around you before you start making any manoeuvres, because it's very easy to crash into somebody if you're not paying attention over here. So it does pay to have good mirrors on the bike. But I may change and put the other ones on, I may not, I don't know yet. But I'm definitely going to do something with the exhaust. This one's just simply too quiet, to be honest. It's a real shame. Here we are, we're at the Shell now. Because I do like the exhaust, the look of the exhaust. It's just, can't hear nothing from it. And I don't have a TIG welder over here, so I was thinking about cutting them open and modifying the standard ones, but I don't know whether it's worth it. I could always take it somewhere, and I suppose, and have them done, but like I say, I don't know whether it's actually worth the hassle, to be honest. Right, we're going to park up and then I'm going to have a quick walk around the bike. So as you can see, I've put the standard cans back on the bike now, just the end pieces. Got the standard mirrors back on it. I think I'm going to go with the one on this side when I change the exhaust, and just have a single one on this side, I think, with the larger can, and see, I'm going to have it repositioned so it sits further down the bike, because at the moment the way it normally sits is it's quite high up and I don't actually like the look of it, so I'm going to have it made. So this section here I'm going to have replaced. As you can see, I've already replaced it once. This is come from Germany, just to take away the cat. I've took the cat out the bike, splits off into two, so I'm going to have this piece copied basically, but only a single piece, just for the side, but it'll probably be a little bit shorter because I want the can to sit down a little bit more. So next week I'm going to take it and see whether I can get that piece made, and then I can put that back on the bike. And then, as I say, I'm thinking about changing the colour of the bike. I'm not going to say what colour to yet, but I am debating that. It depends on what colour I can get the vinyl in. So, but yeah, that's it really, guys. So, as I say, there she is. She runs beautiful, no question about that. Runs really nice. Really nice. Plenty of power there, so I'm very happy with that, the performance. Just a few tweaks on the bike to make it look a bit better, and then I'm going to leave it at that. I may go to like a metallic blue. I know they do the Z900s in a nice metallic blue. They didn't have the choice in the Z1000s green, or I think it was a bit boring, or the red, and I wasn't over keen with the red, so I may change it to a blue colour. I don't know yet, but I have got a different colour in mind as well, so I'm not going to say what that is at the moment. So, and then I may change all the grey and have that painted out, so I'll see. Right, I'm going to go and get a drink, and then I will come back to you in a bit. Right then, guys, just had a drink, some water, and one of those small espresso coffees. Feeling a bit tired at the moment with the heat. It really zaps you here, the humidity. Well, as you see, the standard cans. Now personally I think these look quite nice on the bike. Just a shame that there is no sound, no real nice sound off it from the back at this angle. I think the bike looks really nice with those cans on. So I was contemplating on cutting them open, maybe altering the insides to get them a bit louder. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go yet. I haven't decided, I'll be honest with you. I'm thinking about having the single exit other exhaust put on. I'm not sure what to do at the moment. I might try maybe all the options and then just change it around as and when I want to. So 1 month or a couple of months I have these on and then change it again and change it again. As I say, I'm thinking about changing the colour on the bike as well. Maybe going to a metallic blue, maybe another colour, I'm not sure yet. A couple of different options. I don't want to change the bike. I love the bike, the performance, the riding of the bike. I really like that. But sometimes you just, I mean, I've had it now 2 years. Sometimes you just want to have something change it a little bit, make it, refresh it. So maybe do something with it, I'm not quite sure. So we're just about to leave now, the Shell petrol station, and we're going to make our way down to these restaurants that are floating restaurants. Pete's been before. Obviously Pete's got the BMW S1000 RR, nice bike. He's got the carbon fibre one, which he paid the extra for all the carbon fibre on it. So yeah, it's a nice bike, and he's got the performance exhaust on it as well, the Akaprovic titanium. Pete, is that a titanium system? Yeah, he's got the titanium system with a. Has it been decatted as well? Yes. Yeah, decatted. So he's had it decatted, and I think it looks quite nice with a titanium system. So yeah, we're going to make our way over there. Once we get there, I will, when we're getting close, I will come back to you. Right, let's go. I just thought I might as well do a little quick sound test. Why? Not in neutral, there we go. Well, here. So this is the standard cans without the cat. Even with the cat removed, they're still very quiet. I would have thought they made them a little bit louder by removing the cat, but to be honest with you, I really don't see any difference. So not really that loud. Sounds okay, nothing fantastic. So for the standard system. Right, my other camera I've set up, so that's recording. When I record on this one, it automatically starts the real one, which is a nice little touch, saves me having to worry about it. So yeah, we're just about to leave. I'll come back to you in a minute. Okay, Pete's going to lead because he knows where he's going. I don't. I haven't been here. I've been close to it when I went to Limsac, I think it's called. There's a restaurant there. I still haven't managed to do that video yet, mainly because I've got the video but I've got no sound with it. The sound didn't come out. My recorder was playing up at the time, so that's why I've moved away from separate recorders, even though the quality was better than going into the camera. It's just more hassle, more things to worry about. The batteries kept moving around with the roads over here. They're not that good, to be honest, a lot of the roads. This one's not too bad, but a lot of them get a lot of vibration through the bike. Rattles things around all the time, and the batteries are moving around. Recorder was going on and off, so I didn't get all the sound recorded, and that stopped me from making that video. These things are sent to try us, as they say. And it is very trying out here, I must admit, trying to get a good quality picture, get everything working right. It seems to, some days you just get it right, and then others everything seems to fall apart. Hopefully today things are going to work out okay. The sound's going to come out okay. I can make a decent video for you guys. So now we're heading away from Phang Nga down towards Krabi. This is the road that you would follow if you were going down to Krabi or Onang, which I've done a few videos that are already on the channel going down there. It's quite nice down there, I really like it. Haven't been down for a while, well over a year I think. Haven't had a chance, to be honest. But this is a really nice road going down towards Krabi. I love this road. Scenery is beautiful, and it's not a bad road. In places it's a little bit iffy, but most of it, 90% of the road is good. You get a decent speed down here, and the scenery is lovely as well. very picturesque going down this way towards Krabi. So we're only making our way a short distance and then we'll be turning off and heading towards the Bay of Phang Nga.
Down here, must have been an accident. Don't normally have traffic down this road, so something must have gone wrong somewhere. Flashing lights down the bottom, whether that's the police or ambulance, I'm not sure. No. Or is it on the other side of the road? These are just people that are... oh, I don't know what's happening here. Not quite sure what's going on there. Maybe they're going to the temple for a reason. Maybe there's something happening at one of the temples. Looks like it. Must be something going on at the temple. There's a lot of traffic. Well, at least it wasn't an accident, so that's good. Obviously some festival or something going on at one of the temples here. Just look at this scenery here. I mean, this is just beautiful around here. I really like these limestone formations. They look really picturesque. The Bay of Phang Nga is just really beautiful. I do want to try and do some filming for my other channel. Phang Nga, the area, because it's a really beautiful area just outside of Phuket. Okay, well, we've just had a quick look at the sat nav. It's a bit of a pain, to be honest, when you haven't got the phone actually on the bike so you can see where you're going. But you can't quite remember where it was. It's only been here one time, I've not been before, so we have to keep stopping, pulling over and checking the phone. I'm not keen on having the phone on the bike already anymore, should I say. I used to have it on the bike and it came off this bike, my old phone. My old iPhone came off twice. I had the screen repaired, replaced, should I say, twice, and now I've changed my phone. I've no longer got an iPhone. I'm not keen on iPhone, so I've gone away, moved on to an Android phone, but the only trouble is if the screen gets broken on this one, I can't get it easily replaced here in Thailand, so it's a bit of a pain. So I'm not keen on putting it on the bike because the brackets over here, they're not really that good, to be honest. The roads are really bumpy and you find that it works the phones out of the brackets and hence they end up bouncing off the road. Now I've been lucky twice with my iPhone, it's damaged the screen but I've not lost the phone, or the phone still worked, but I don't want to try it anymore. Which means, obviously, unless you know where you're going, you've got to keep pulling over and have a look into your phone, see if you've gone past the turning. And that's what we've just had to do, stop and check it. But it looks like now it's at the bottom of this road, basically, so we're not too far away from where we're headed. We're going to have a spot of lunch. Looks like we're having another phone check. Okay. Right then guys, it looks like this is the right turning. We are just 3 kilometers away from where we need to be. I need to sit. Okay, so not far at all. We should be there in a few minutes. I just checked my battery. It's getting low now, the rear one. I'll change that once we get at the restaurant. Okay, 3 kilometers and we should be there. Okay, this looks like we're coming into the end. Don't know where the floating restaurants are, I've got to be honest.
Mangroves.
Yeah.
In the
Do you
swamp.
know walking fish?
We're in the swamp.
Walking fish.
Like a salamada. Like a jumping
Little one?
fish.
Yeah.
In Thai you can say platin.
Fly what?
Platin.
Latin.
Fly fish. Tin fish.
Latin.
Don't see any walking.
Platin.
Yeah, okay.
Salamada.
It's a tide there, yeah? The tide is out. So we're going to have to eat here. It's too far to walk back.
Well, I'll blame you if it's no good.
เป็นไงคะน่ากลัวไหมคะ
ไม่น่ากลัวค่ะ
หนูบอกแล้วว่าไม่น่ากลัว
มันนอกเมืองน่าอยู่
Hey.
ไม่ข้าวก่อน
It's on the water.
The water is low.
Yeah, no.
In here the low tide is empty.
Yeah. Show my bank account. And my book bank. This is just the same as the other.
Is it? Okay.
What the food's like.
Go on then.
คะ
Go on, have a look. Well, they all look about the same, I think, these restaurants. Exactly what I had in mind, but there you go.
We came about 3 weeks ago. He didn't come.
Really?
Oh, I wasn't here.
If you sit here. If you sit here.
Sit here. Can we push?
Yeah.
Put over there. Put over there.
Do you want something with me?
Okay, well, we've just finished lunch. Very nice. By the riverside, quite a nice little restaurant. Nothing spectacular, but it was quite nice. There's quite a few here, different ones. There's this one. I think Pete said he dined at this one last time, so we went to a different one. And it's quite nice here, just to come for a spot of lunch. We're just getting ready now to leave. Make our way slowly back to Phuket. I need to stop and get some petrol. So yeah, this is an inlet from Phang Nga Bay. It's not right on the bay as I thought it was. But there's some caves down there that you could visit, either kayak, you can hire a kayak here, I think they said 450 baht for as long as you like, or you can have a long tail boat to take you down to the caves for 700 baht, so it just depends. There's a cave system, but I've only bought this one camera that's on my helmet on my bike. I haven't bought the stabilization thing, so I'm not going to be doing that today. I said to people, come back, maybe bring the girls, have some food here and do the cave system as a separate thing. So we're just going to make our way back now, back to Phang Nga and get some petrol. Okay, right, let's go then, Pete, I'll follow you. Quite nice for a Sunday. A little bit of a stroll, a little bit of a ride with lunch included. back into Phang Nga now, a few minutes away from the petrol station. Stop and fuel up, probably grab a bottle of water or something, and make our way back into Phuket. Just pulled up into the PTT, a couple of lads there. Nice BMW there, I like the red and white, that looks quite smart. Ducati there, Z1000 over the back by the looks of it. So it's just cost me 270 baht from nearly empty, so that's not too bad. That's okay already. Just noticed there's a lot of bikes over there. I'm just going to have a look. I'm just going to be nosy and have a look at just over there. I don't know where they're coming back from somewhere, or just notice these. Quite a few bikers out today with the weather being nice. Few Harleys here. ZX14R, nice. Got a few boys about. Just thought I'd be nosy, have a look at the bikes. Didn't notice those when I pulled in, I must admit. So we're going to make our way back into Phuket now. I did just sign off, but there you go. Something come up different. A lot of them go out earlier than what we left this morning. Originally we hadn't planned on going out. Nice Zeds there. Some of these Thai guys, they ride like lunatics though. If you notice, none of the bikes have got mirrors on. They don't bother what's behind them, which is okay to a point. Well, there's a lot of accidents over here, so must be me getting old, I guess. Well guys, as I've already said, I hope you've enjoyed it. I will do my best to try and load some more up soon. So until next time, I'll catch you on the next one.